Alrighty, here we go for game 2. This time we're on Winter's Gate. It is Icredd that took the first map, which is getting roaches out sooner than his opponent. We are, by the way, in a best of 7 here with Icredd 1-0 up. So, let's see if Kup is going to do anything different this time. We did have in the last game pretty similar openings, to be honest. Kupermesiter did go pull first, which I thought was a bit interesting, but then Icredd went gas pull, so neither player was sort of brave enough to go hatch first. Winters gets a big old map. Wouldn't mind actually saying double hatch first on this map, but I don't think we'll see that. Ultimately, it was the faster roach transition that won it for Icredd, and Kup, he did respond with a reasonable swell of lings, but it wasn't a great fight that he took. With the roaches in a choke, the lings couldn't get good surface area. Frequently you'll hear me saying you don't want to fight in a choke, but actually when you've got ranged units and your opponent has melee units, you absolutely do, because you've reduced the surface area that the melee units can get. So it was a much better fight for Icredd, and the slow pull on the queens as well just meant that Kup didn't have the DPS really to see the roaches off, so damaged a lot of roaches, killed very few, really needed to maybe build some hydras, maybe drop a spine crawler when he saw it coming as well, because the spine crawler would have finished up in the middle of that fight and just adds a lot of DPS and more importantly absorbs a lot of shots as well. Because spine crawlers have a lot of health compared to a unit. So, it's Icredd with a slightly faster hatch, and again, Kup is going to open with 6 lings. These lings are going to come out reasonably quick before, in fact, Icredd's pool has finished up. Last time, Cooper built the 6 lings, but sort of hesitated, so I'd really like to see him this time get these lings in his opponent's face, up in his grill, as quickly as he possibly can. This does seem to be a little bit laggy for me. I hope that isn't affecting the players too. We are of course running off like a mobile phone hotspot, but no. Hopefully they're having a reasonably smooth experience. So going to come in here and be able to get 1 drone at least. Icredd dropping the crawler, and I don't mind that, but I'm not sure about this decision to be focused in the hatchery. Really, the queen's the target here. Full surround on this queen, and the queen is going to fall, and then you can start taking out a few workers here as well, and you can be pretty happy that that's a job done. Icredd's own lings actually doing nothing at present, and really you want to ignore those lings if you can and just focus down as many workers as you can possibly get your hands on. Unfortunate to lose the Overlord. I don't know if that was a bad rally or what, but in the end 5 workers killed, and you'll take that. You'll swap 5 workers for lings all day long. This time Icredd's Overlord is taking a bit of fire. I think it saw these lings coming out, and if it didn't, this one certainly did. Let's take a quick look at the army supply. It is in favour of Kup, but only just, and with the spine crawlers, he should be absolutely, Icredd should be right as rain in terms of holding this. So Kup, you're probably going to want to turn around here. This is not a fight that you can win. So he does turn around and is going to get out of there with most of the lings still intact. This Overlord surely doesn't survive. I don't know, man. So the Bentley nest all the way over here, I don't know, maybe here to make the narrower choke. But anyway, Bentley nest is coming down, as is pretty standard stuff for Zerg these days. No Bentley nest just yet for Icredd, but look, we are mining off double gas, 2 in each, so slightly unusual setup. That tends to indicate, if you see, if you're scouting someone's base and you see that they've got 2 workers in each gas, that is a calculated build. That isn't a mistake. That is, somebody has an exact amount of gas that they need at an exact time. So I'm kind of curious to see what build this is going to be. It is going to be a Roach Warren coming out again, so I wonder if this is like a really crisp drop a third while squeezing out 12 roaches to march across the map. How much gas has he got at present? Loads. Look, that is a lot of gas. That is way more than you need actually. So I'm not sure. I'm not really sure what this is. Anyway, the third is done for Kupermesiter, as it should be. a little weird that Icredd is not building a third, even though he's currently droning. So I just don't know. I don't know what to make of this build, to be honest. It isn't one that I've seen before, with the 2 on each gas. But yeah, finally the roaches are going to build. So what this time is Kupermesiter going to have to see off these roaches? This is about the time really that you need to scout. You need to think, sacrifice an overlord and find out what my opponent is up to. That, and run at the front door with a ling and see what kills it. Lings are really cheap. Chuck a ling at the front door and see what it dies to, because if you do that right now, you see these roaches, you see the roach warren, you know exactly what's up. And you've only lost a ling for your trouble. So with the third hatchery coming down, Coop is going to have a big sort of advantage in production. He doesn't have a queen excess, and really that is something you really should have as Zerg. You should always have loads of queens, because queens don't cost larvae in the early game, so you just want to be constantly building queens from your hatcheries for the first few minutes of the game. Get loads of them. Queens are tough. They take an awful lot to kill. So as well as the injects, and what is going on here? What am I seeing with my eyes here? Look at this. There's workers with this. Nobody knows why. Is he going to turn and go home? Don't do it, Coop. Just attack. Just get in his base. Drop a row of spines here. Get some more banelines. Get your queens to the front, ready to transfuse. I don't know about this pull home. I feel like this stuff could have been getting busy on the other side of the map. All of the roaches are over here. Not sure I like it. And look, now they're at home. What is it that they're doing? And there's no spines in production. Why aren't we building spines? Needs to get a surround with the lings. Overwhelmingly the important thing when you're trying to fight roaches with lings, you've got to surround them. You cannot let the roaches run back and kite. Now that he's got speed, that should be easily achieved. So you need to run past and surround these fools. Once you've got them surrounded, then you can hopefully kill them. In production, there's only 2 roaches though for Kupermesiter, and that is of some concern. He has lost the third, and that is a bit painful, but he does clean everything up pretty sharpish and didn't really lose any workers. Slight worker advantage. Did he lose? Did I miss something? Did he lose loads of workers? Yeah, apparently he lost 9. I missed it. Oh, maybe it was the... Oh, no, I don't know. I don't know how he lost 9 workers. I don't know how that's occurred. But anyway, I think I'd have preferred the counter-attack. I think I'd have preferred just right-clicking all of that stuff he had into this mineral line. There was lings, there was banelings. He would have absolutely destroyed this because there was nothing at home. And you had enough time to say, I'll sack the third and I'll just drop a big row of spines here. And with the queens behind it, transfuses, etc. It's just not going to die. This is not... Look how many of Icredd's roaches aren't even shooting. That's a terrible position to fight in. So he had the number advantage, but chose an awful fight, and in a slow field as well. Nothing good about that. I wouldn't give chase, because if he turns around, he's got more than you. Right, how many overlords can he snipe here? Possibly 3. There's enough queens to do it, and they've got defense with these lings and stuff. Is that going to supply block Icredd? I believe it is, and that's pretty painful. Roaches cost a lot of supply. No, Coop, you need to be focusing down the one on its own. You need to focus the one on its own, otherwise it's going to go away. It's not going to go away. You killed it. Everything's fine. Okay, army supply-wise, then it's about even, but I feel that it is possible. Oh, transfuse. Mistakes were made. It's about even. Icredd, though, massively supply blocked, so he's waiting for 3 overlords to come out. Coop, you need to pull back onto your own creep. You need to pull back into the area where you can get support from your queens. You need to let your opponent be in this choke. No, don't fight it. Don't go in there. No, don't stand. No. I don't like it at all. These Hydras just, what are they doing so far forward? Why? Hydras outrange roaches. You just kite those roaches all day long, shooting and pulling back, shooting and pulling back. Anyway, that's not what's happened. And here we are again with Coop scrambling to defend against, not that many roaches, given that it's 9 minutes deep. Needs to organise himself a little bit better when he sees this coming. And I have yet to see a spine crawler out of Coop. You know, the roaches that are coming out, I don't think it's going to be enough. I just don't think he can hold. I think we're about to see the second GG. Callum no longer supplied Lockton now. I imagine there's more roaches coming. There are. You know, both of these guns have been remarkably low tech. Neither player has established a third. I mean, yeah, both of them have built thirds, but they've either died or have done no mining from them. Neither player, to my knowledge, has had a single upgrade actually complete, apart from Ling Speed. There it is. There's the second GG. And Icredd goes 2-0.